Have you ever wished you could hear one more message from someone you loved? I never thought I would, until a single letter arrived, 20 years too late. My name is Olivia. I was 30 years old when everything changed. It was an ordinary Monday morning. I opened my mailbox, expecting bills and advertisements. Instead, I found an old, faded envelope. The paper was yellow. The stamp looked decades old. Then I noticed something that made my heart stop. The sender's name. It was my father. My father had passed away when I was 10 years old. My hand started shaking. I looked at the postmark. It had been mailed 20 years earlier. I couldn't understand it. How could a letter disappear for 2 decades? I slowly opened the envelope. Inside, there was only one handwritten letter. The first sentence read, "If you're reading this, something must have gone terribly wrong with its delivery." Tears filled my eyes. It really was his handwriting. Every word felt like he was sitting beside me again. He didn't write about money or success. He wrote about kindness, courage, honesty, and how proud he already was of the person he believed I would become. Then I reached the final page. There was one last request. Go to the old lighthouse on the northern coast. I've left something there for you. The next morning, I drove for hours until I reached the abandoned lighthouse. The place looked frozen in time. Inside, dust covered everything. For a moment, I wondered if I had come for nothing. Then I remembered one line from the letter. Look beneath the loose floorboard near the window. I searched carefully. Finally, I found it. A small metal box. Inside, there were old family photographs, my father's pocket watch, my parents' journals, and an old cassette tape. I borrowed a tape player from a local museum. When I pressed play, I heard my father's voice for the first time in 20 years. He laughed softly. Then he said, "If you're listening to this, life gave us one final conversation." He told me about the sacrifices he and my mother had made, the nights they went hungry so I could eat, the dreams they gave up so I could chase mine. Then he said something I'll never forget. Real wealth isn't measured by money. It's measured by the opportunities you leave behind for the people you love. When the recording ended, I sat there in silence for a long time. That day, I realized I hadn't just received a letter. I had received the final chapter of my family's story. Months later, I decided to write a book about everything I had discovered. Thousands of people read it. Many told me it inspired them to reconnect with their own families. And every time someone thanked me, I silently thanked my father. Because even after 20 years, his words still had the power to change lives. Now I have a question for you. If you received a letter from someone you lost many years ago, what would you hope it said? Tell me your answer in the comments. And if you enjoy emotional mystery stories, unforgettable plot twists, and inspiring storytelling, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next story.